Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
Back to the border city now. It's been 35 years since Terry Fox ran across Canada on his Marathon of Hope. Yesterday, in communities across the nation, runners and walkers laced up their shoes to raise money for cancer research in Terry's name. It was no different here in the border city.
84 cents out of every dollar goes directly to research, and so they know they are making difference in people's lives. People are living because of the Terry Fox Foundation.
Well, I think he was an inspiration to young people.
This year marks the 30th time the run has happened in Lloydminster. Organizers hope to raise more than $5,000 for cancer research, something to be proud of when a special guest comes to Lloyd at the beginning of October.
Fred Fox is going to be coming to town. I just got an email saying he's going to come town, visit a few schools, so we're really excited to have Terry's brother come here and share the story of Terry with the Lloydminster here.
Students in the border city will also have a chance to do their own Terry Fox run at school later this week. Saturday, a well-known CBC personality made a stop in a border city to speak at the Thorpe Recovery Centre's 40th anniversary celebration. Scott Oak and his wife Anne lost their son Bruce 4 years ago to a drug overdose and are now traveling across Canada sharing their story.
His is a very difficult story to tell, but we do it because we hope it will resonate with parents and with people who may have, family members otherwise going through a similar experience that hopefully won't end as tragically as our story did.
Social workers of the Thorpe Recovery Centre work with recovering drug addicts and their families to get through difficult and sensitive situations.
It's a hard sell to get your kid to address the problem and to go to rehab, but you have to do your best and hope it works out.
Oak says it's encouraging to see the hard work and commitment to the community at the center. When the Husky upgrader was completed, local hotels were expecting a bump in business from workers spending their accommodation subsidies to stay in town, but it didn't quite pan out that way. Jeremy Thompson explains in this week's Retrospect.
It's not the boom that was expected. This from the manager of the Trailside Inn. Gib Matheson says his motel has seen some business from the upgrader, but not what they had hoped. Pius Pfeiffer, the owner of the Tropical Inn, says the same thing. At the Cedar Inn motel, the manager says she's really noticed a difference.
Oh yeah, definite increase in the number of rooms and that. We started off in March and it was about May or June when everything really started to go.
Studer says the business she sees is mostly from Sunday night to Thursday morning. One motel manager who didn't want to be named says the population surge hasn't touched his motel. He says he's concerned that the Husky accommodation subsidies aren't being spent here in Lloydminster, but the workers are putting 3 or 4 people in a small apartment and going home for weekends. Studer believes this is the case.
At first a lot of it was singles and a few doubles here and there, but as time goes, fewer trying to find more roommates because it is a little cheaper. But we're also finding more apartments than that.
As for Husky officials, well, they're not sure.
Well, that's potentially correct. I couldn't verify because I don't know any examples, but also got to recognize that with the community housing and the no camp, we have built into our system where people will double or triple up. Otherwise, we can't accommodate all our workers.
Some motels are still hoping they will see the surge, and others think it may never come. And as one manager put it, the college housing, due to open in a month, won't help. Krista Polishi, Broadcast Centre News.
Now, eventually, the surge of workers coming to town to work in the oil industry did benefit hotels. However, the general manager of Tropical Inn says she's noticed a significant decrease in room bookings just since last October. Now, obviously, she attributes that to the poor economy, but she also says the new hotels in the area have added about 400 new rooms to Lloydminster, which hasn't helped either. That's all for Retrospect this week. I'm Jeremy Thompson.